Well, what brought me to dance, the person that brought me to the dance, was my mom. And professionally, Rosie Perez. When did I know that this would be my career? I would say right after I met Rosie Perez. So for me, it would be like '89 when I made that conscious decision that I wanted to do this for as long as I could possibly do it. Yes, just like with any profession, there's going to be pros and cons. There are going to be the positive things that go on and negative. One of the negatives back in the day with dancing was, especially on the professional level, they didn't pay so much. So I don't know, like maybe for a video clip, as you guys would say, you probably got $100. Some people got 50. And you were there from like 5 a.m. to like I would say more like 7 in the morning to like maybe 1 or 2 a.m. at night, all day long there at the video shoot, just to get seen just a little bit. But you know, so no, and a lot of people weren't accepting to, especially in the house genre of the street dances or the dances from the clubs. It had the least amount of respect because people just bunched it and threw it with every other style because they didn't understand it. And so, no, it wasn't easy. And actually for 2 years I stopped. You know, I stopped to raise my family. I focused more on my music, more on my lyrics, more on becoming an MC, and I left the game alone for a while. And so when I came back in '97, after taking a 2-year hiatus, I was a bit more refreshed. So I came back and I had more to give to the scene. And I also had a plan on how to make it work. And what I realized is that, and this is what most people don't realize to this day, that people think someone is sitting by the phone waiting for someone to call them, as opposed to going out and getting it. And the only way that I got something was I went out and got it. And I think there's a really strong misunderstanding about that. You know, if you want to be seen, you have to make yourself seen. And back in the day, especially when things were going well, you didn't have to worry because there was always someone scouting for a video. You know, that New York wasn't as, of course, they never filmed as many videos as LA, but still they were filming a lot of videos in New York. So there was work. So you didn't only have to say, oh, I gotta move to the West Coast if I want to work in this specific field. So yeah, those are just some of the ups and downs. That, and then, you know, if you run a studio and you want to practice your style of dance, they come in, no, you can't turn the music up, sorry, please don't stomp on the floor, you guys are making too much noise in here. But you're dancing, you know, and you might hear someone above you doing African or someone doing, you know, another style of dance and hear them stomping on the floor, but they were okay with them, but you know. So those days were pretty hard. It was a clash. Now they're accepting to it. And this was when like having a hip hop class in a dance studio was like foreign. You know, like, huh? Hip hop? No, I'm sorry. If you want to find out, you find out in the street. Now, almost every studio in the world has at least one hip hop class, so it's crazy.
So, Caleaf, is it possible to live from that?
Well, Rob, yes, it is possible. Although there was a time where I worked a job. I used to work at a health food store. I was the produce manager. Well, actually not a produce manager. I worked in the produce department with the vegetables and stuff. But then I moved to the package department and mainly dealt with package. But at the same time, if someone called me to go to Japan or to any other country, I went But the thing, my job was flexible, so I was lucky. So I always had something stable, and I also had the dance career too. But when I lost my job, one thing that my boss said to me, he was like, wow, since you've been here, you've gone to Asia a lot. He was like, maybe you should do it full time. At the time, I didn't want to hear it because I'm thinking about my family, my kids, and I'm saying, damn, how am I going to do it? But the thing that I realized, and this is what any person can take from, hopefully they can take from this, I had to come to the conclusion that I had to believe in myself. It was when I took that step into uncharted waters where I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this or bust. Because this is what really makes me happy, and this is what I truly excel in. Working for someone wasn't for me. And so I said, I have to find ways to continually make money in an honest way. Because of course, where I come from, there are many people that can make money, but they make money, you know. However, and you know, unfortunately it happened to a bunch of my friends where they're in facilities. So I didn't want that for myself. So I just utilized what I had. Like, I'm a good people person, and I think that's a plus for me. And I think that within this business, people don't realize that your dance skills are 10%. This is something that Rosie Perez told us. She said, talent is 10%. The other 90% is networking, 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 networking. You have to have the ability. You have to have the ability to be able to communicate with people. And your communication with the people is more important than how great a dancer you are. And that always stuck with me, you know. I also think that it has to be also a part of your personality. Now, some of the ways that it became possible for me was me and Shaness, whenever we taught somewhere, we always took the card from the places that we taught. And so we kept a rapport with the people. So when we came back, we were able to set up our own tours and then dictate our way, you know, our way. Now it's the way. But before it wasn't a way, because people were just asking us, how do you go there? How do you do these things? Like, man, you guys are always over there. It's like you live over there. And at the time, that was kind of the plan. Like, yeah. So, again, I think it's just really about believing in yourself and realizing that you are a product. So what kind of product do you want to be? Do you want to be a product that's going to be sold in many stores? Or are you going to be a product that's very rare, that you don't see in so many stores? And then is it going to be a quality product, or is it going to be a product, you know what I'm saying, that's bullshit? And that's one thing I didn't want to be. So I wanted to stay true to self, true to the culture, and give people something. It's a piece of me as well as the history. I don't think anyone really does it alone. They always have someone that's instrumental in helping them along the way. For me, no, I don't think I could have done it alone. I mean, I needed that support, and I had that support from my family in regards to my mom supporting me and pushing me. I didn't have it with my ex-wife. That part is a little sad. But then that drove me, because she was constantly telling me that this was bullshit. So I guess you can build your incentive you can draw from anything in life, you know, negative and positive. Yeah, when I think back on it, I'm happy like I met people like Buddha, you know. We used to always see each other on the train, but we didn't really hang out with each other. but we would always say what's up to each other. And I'm like, that dude always says what's up to me. When we see each other at Broadway Junks, he'd be like, what up? He'd be with a bunch of people. He was like, yo, what up? And I'm like, what up? It's crazy. I didn't know that we would become best friends. I'm the godfather of his child. You know, we've been boys ever since. You know, start a rap group, do songs, go on tour with the music that we made. It's crazy. And now we're together to this day teaching, and we're about to, you know, celebrate our anniversary again this year. So yeah, I think it's important, you know. Also my brother Link too, you know, us three have been together the longest, and we brought brother E in after we established. But yeah, those brothers have been instrumental in my life, and especially shaping me, you know. And I know I have done the same for them. We've all rubbed off on one another, and I'm quite sure none of us would say, nah, I could do it by myself, because we all know that we all utilize one another in some way, form, or fashion, and our climb to the, I guess, the top. I don't know, because I haven't reached the top yet, but we've been assisting one another, you know. So yeah. For those people who are alone, maybe you should reach out to the people that are close to you, that they can help you, they can assist you and help you, you know, get to where you want to go. Because like I said, Rosie said it best, 10% is talent, 90% is networking. So those people who reach out to others, it'll benefit you and help you in the long run, as opposed to thinking that you can do everything by yourself. Hey, what's up everybody? My message to you: groove over move. Don't try to do moves before learning how to groove. You groove into movements. It makes your movements more spectacular. So learn to groove first, and then you can make 1,000 moves after. Don't have 1,000 moves and 0 groove. This is my message. Peace, love, happiness, house. Big Leaf out, Dance Fusion, DFF in effect. Thank you for having me back. Hope to see you soon. Peace. Just tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
The answer is yes. It's possible.